In this tutorial, we're going to go through the process that we'll need to do in order to set up a network place that will dump your marks into the student marks folder on D2L. If we're looking on D2L, on your home page here, underneath the staff section, you should see something called student marks. What we want to do is we want to go in to edit student marks. We can either do that here, or we can enter the student marks and click edit course. Okay, I've got this opened up right here. What we need is we need the path that is going to take us to that certain folder. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll copy that, and that's under the course offering path. I will copy that. Control C is what I used to copy it. You can also go Control C or copy under the edit menu. Now what I need to do is I need to double click and open up a window. I clicked on my desktop or my computer, opening up this window. Right here we'll see my network places on the left. Click on that and it will show previously created network places. Okay, yours may be a little bit less full than this, that's fine. What we want to do is we want to add a network place, and when we do that we get this dialog box. Okay, this wizard will help us set up the network place. If we click next, choose another network location, that's good. Click next. Now we need to enter in the network place. It's important to add in https://d2ldav.cbe.ab.ca. Then what we'll do is we will be pasting what we copied, so that course path. Control V will paste it. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to go back. I'll use my arrow keys to go back and just make sure that everything is good here. Okay. Now I seem to have a little bit of another character here, so I'm going to delete that. How it should read is d2ldev.cbe.ab.ca/content/enforced, etc. for the rest of the address. Now for the final part of this, what we want to do is we want to make sure that this network place goes into your folder, not into the main folder, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. If we open up D2L, and I'm just going to open up the managed files here, you'll find it on the left, managed files, when you're working on the other ones. Okay, I just got it open in a new folder right now, or in a new tab. If we click down, we'll notice that I've got a folder here. Okay, now I currently don't have my marks in here, so it's going to show up as an empty folder, but we want to make sure that it goes in there. You'll notice that this is the path for the course, and this is the folder that we're in. Now in order to make that happen in our wizard here, what we want to do is we want to type in our username exactly as it shows up in our folder. Okay, so I'll bring up D2L. It's NG Harker, all lowercase, no capitals, no spaces, no dots or anything like that. If you had dots, spaces, capital letters, etc., you'd want to insert those into the username now. So now that I've created our student marks, the course folder, and then I've got my username right there, I can now click next. It's going to ask me for my password. It's going to ask me a second time, and then it'll allow me to put in a name in there. Okay, so if I don't want it to have this technical name here, I could say D2L marks. In case I forget my name, I can put my name in there. This really only matters to you, so you don't need to put your name. Then we'll click next, and we'll click finished. Okay, and then when we bring that up, you'll notice that you now have a network place going into your folder on the internet. Okay, if I go back to my network places, I should be able to find that. D2L marks Harker, that's the one I just created. If I want to, I can now copy that, and if I go down into I should tell you what I'm doing actually, select the folder, edit copy, I can now go into my H drive and marks folder. Okay, this is where I keep my online marks, and what I can do is I can actually paste it and there's my online mark. And now when it comes time to copying my marks, okay, this is my old shortcut here, so I won't copy it over. All I need to do is then go and drop it over and copy it onto there. Okay. If you haven't clicked on your network place in this session that you're working with to enter your network place, it's going to ask you for your password 2, maybe 3 times. But since I've already done it, it's just copying it over right now. Okay, now if I double click on it to go in, I can now see that inside my D2L shell, okay, this is the student marks shell, in my folder, I now have all these folders. Okay, let's just double check on here. I'm going to refresh the page. Okay, and if I go down to 10, now I've got all these folders in there, and it's within that shell. This may be a change for a few of you that are working under the old instructions. It simply said to make your network place, so it finished off with this address here, not necessarily putting in your username. What this does is it takes it just a little bit further so that you don't have to navigate to your folder and put that on.